Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Twisted Koi on a Sunday afternoon with guests chatting anything and everything. How we doing out there? Afternoon, Lee.
Afternoon, mate.
Afternoon, Rob. Rob's in. Don't forget, smash that like button, guys. So, what you been up to koi-wise this week then, Lee?
Well, I should show you, man, what I've been up to. Making a few of these. Give me a sec. Lines for Nook. I've got a table in Nook in August.
Oh,
So
the
I'm
Great British Social.
Yeah. At Nook. So I'm in plaques like this. If the wife asks, it's only 20 quid. You know what I mean? And, it's a famous saying, bandy raffle. That'll be going on a plaque, that.
So, how have you made that?
I'll show you in a minute. Give me a sec. On my laser.
All right.
So I've got what you call an X2 20-watt laser. So I do think by hand sometimes, but it's a lot easier, you know what I mean, to do stuff like, just for example, give me a sec. Just basically things like, you know, like that.
That's cool, that is.
Yeah, well, all that is done not laser machine, and that's you know your powder coating paint, you know, your powder coat paint.
Yeah.
It's just basically that. All you do is you scrape that into design, and then what you do is you get a heat gun. You just basically melt it. Just same process as I do with your wheels and your powder coating.
Yeah.
Because basically, like powder coat, you know, it sticks to the metal with electric charge, and they're baking in a big oven. But you're doing similar to things, but with heat gun. So you put different colours into it. I've got all sorts of bits of stuff ready for Newark. You might like these as well. Give me a sec. There me 2 secs.
Afternoon, Vincent, Rob, Scotty.
You might like, I think you can just see them.
Is that a mirror, is it?
It is a mirror, yes. Try and get a better light on it.
How we doing, Jens?
Yeah, so you can just quite see that, can you?
Yeah. So it sort of like etches it onto the mirror.
Yeah, well, I do it from backing it as well, you know what I mean? So it come out really well. What else have I been doing?
Man of many talents.
Well, I tried to, mate. I've got a bit of colour in that one.
While he's trying to find whatever it is he's looking for, a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there and all the koi widows. I'm doing great, Jens. It's I'll be a bit better in a couple of days because then hopefully I would have knocked these parasites on the head. I've done a PP treatment in the Tosai tank this morning for a trick, and the main pond is now 3 hours deep into first of 3 PP treatments because the Learnex has not done a thing. So that is both Learnex and Learnex Pro I've used, as well as Fluke P, and I've still got Flukes giving it rave time, which is not good. So yeah, what I'm doing now, I've made sure everything was cleaned out. Tempests were given a bloody good clean, and I'm following what Ken in Canada does, and that's a 3-day PP treatment. Because, as you know, not just in Canada, but over there in Australia, there is certain chemicals that they just can't get hold of for legal reasons. Hey, Arnie Busy, how we doing? So yeah, if I can spin you around a second. See if I do this. If I do that, you'll see we're a shade of brown, so I don't think I'm going to need to neutralize it. But they're doing all right. I've got both pumps on 100%, so that is my pond running at 30,000 litres an hour. So yeah, they're
What you
not looking too bad. They're looking good.
what you'll be feeding this on this year then? What are you going to feed this year then, Twisty?
What am I going to feed this year? I'm going to feed a mixture of Takazumi and New Forest Vitality, which is basically
Yeah,
copper and spirulina.
yeah. Well, I do like Takazumi.
Uh,
I bought a bag of that 360 Nutrimares,
yeah,
to get that a try, but to be honest, I don't know. Right, I've got it mixed in my feed at minute with Saki Balance and that. The
yeah,
trouble is, I noticed there's a lot of bloody waste on bottom, from Nutrimares.
yeah.
So how good it is, I don't know. Is it a big hype or what? I don't know.
Well, then until more people test it on a long period, then we will get some results. But at the moment, I know that quite a few people that have started using it have now stopped using it, and that's
Yeah.
about as far as I'm going to go on the Nutrimare trail, because other than that, I don't know enough about it to be able to
Well,
give
I don't know.
an
I don't know
opinion.
too much about it. The only thing I know about Leaf, he was using, and he just come off it. I don't know.
Yeah,
He's going to get another trial when winter comes to give it a proper trial, but you know what I mean. But it's not a bag you really could just chuck to one side and go and buy something else, can you? Because we all ain't got loads of money kicking around just to go and do that, have we?
no, definitely not.
No, but
Definitely not.
like I said,
So,
I do feel the Takazumi more. The first best thing, obviously, is sake, but I do
yeah.
like the Takazumi. That's been
Well,
not bad food that last year.
Rick's picked up a 10-kilo sack of the Takazumi High Growth, or the
All right,
Growth,
yeah.
and he's going to be mixing that in with the mix that he's got, which is a mixture of Medicarb, his food. I think there's some sake in there as well. So he's feeding a wide variety in what he's doing at the moment, but he is going to be trialing separate foods again like he did last year. But obviously he won't be using sake. He'll probably use Takazumi and Medicarb to say, and then see how things go from there. Uh,
Yeah.
I was sure it was last year he done the sake test, and literally within 6 weeks he was like, "There's no point me continuing because this is just far superior." But the amount they went through and the amount it cost that it cost him in such a short period of time was
Yeah.
absolutely crazy. And you put that in with the new price hikes in sake as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
It's just
Ridiculous,
on
isn't it?
on on the farm side, it just
Yeah.
It's just not financially viable. Can you see what I mean?
No, compared to like in Japan, it's like 50 quid a bag. And then you're going
Yeah.
over there 3-4 times. It's just, something needs to be done about it. But in the day, while people keep buying it, they're going to keep charging it, aren't they? You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah.
But I do love the stuff because I've had some great growth for me. Like my crashy guy, I've had it. Well, it's been around now, but I've had it from 10 centimeters. I bet it's going to be at least 70 centimeters now. And she's put some really body on. You know what I mean? But I don't know if that's just down to genetics or down to food or what. But I know food and heat helps as well. But it's got to have it in the fish to start with to do it, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Hang on. Just
Yeah.
Daniel's put a question up here. If you was to if you was to with that feed mix you are looking at to use, what is your focus, size or color? Both. Both.
Oh,
To me there's no point pushing the color if you're not getting the growth as well, because
yeah.
if you're pushing the color and you're not getting the growth, then it's not getting its full potential. You need to get that even balance, which is why I have always fed a major variety of foods to my pond. They don't
Yeah.
just get pellets; they get other stuff as well. You get
That,
mealworms, fly larvae, crab sticks. They get cooked peas. They get cooked rice. So if we have curry one night and we got more rice than what people want, goes in the pond. They smash the living shit out of it. They love it. Gem lettuces, it's. Would you like to eat the same thing over and over, day in, day out?
no, you just don't get bored, do you? I tend to give my variety some a bit of prawns, mussels, and I know crab sticks are a bit more shite in them, but I give them a little bit, but not too much. And
But you got
I even took
also
a.
what you got to think
I
of though
again,
is
mate.
what you got to think of though is you might say that crab sticks have got shit in them, but I guarantee you there is more fish or fish-based product in
Oh,
that
no,
crab stick than you will get in a handful of koi food,
too right, too right.
without a shadow of a
I don't
doubt.
mix it
No,
up,
it's
but
maybe. And yeah, it's just one of those. And you can get a pack of, I think it's pack of 15 or whatever at the local one stop for less than £2.
yeah, yeah, my fish would go crazy. So I chuck a bit of crab stick in, the straight away they're going crazy for it. You
Right.
know what I
And
mean? Oh,
there's loads and loads of anglers out there that keep koi. How many of them, when they come home from fishing, if they got maggots left, chuck them in the pond?
no, they will
Not
do.
with,
I
not with
feed my maggots and
me,
all sorts.
but
Yeah, they will do.
I always do,
Yeah,
and I always have done. If I'm digging up in the garden and I start coming across a
yeah.
worm,
Bit of worm,
mate,
there you go, get in.
they go into a tub, I rinse them off, and then they go in the pond. The koi go ape shit for them.
Yeah, they do. Living worms. But I'm all right because it's something I eat mine to about 24, 25. Got a hair source heat pump. So I am fortunate. I picked up at the right time, the right price, half the price, what they are now when I first
Yeah.
bought it. You know what I
No,
mean?
Rob, you fucking crack me up, Rob. Chuck a chicken drumstick in from the barbecue in there, and all you'll get is their bone.
Yeah, man.
No, don't like chicken meal. And that's one thing that we were looking at on the ingredients list of the Sakatakazumi at the farm on Friday. And it's fish meal, fish oils, fish fats, not there's a bit of soya meal in there, there's a bit of something else in there, but not a hint of chicken meal.
Yeah,
Not a hint of
yeah.
chicken meal.
Like I say, I think I'll swap back to the Takazumi. It just, well, I noticed a lot less weight, lost a lot less weight with it, and then Ultramares. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But like I say, it
you
needs
can,
more trial. It needs more time. You know what I mean? It may be because I'm
you
only
can't
sat
go
at
wrong with the
13
Takazumi
degrees.
mix because it's already pre-done for you. If you
Yeah,
go for the one that is the mix, it should be a dark bluish oval, and it just says mix in the middle, and that is
yeah.
a 50-50 split of their growth and their color, which is the gold plus. So,
That's what I had last year. That, you know
and
what I mean?
I didn't feed last year much Takazumi because I was giving the spirulina a proper good trial, and it's done just as good as the gold plus, but there has been a lot more waste from it,
Yeah.
Marcus, in comparison to the Takazumi Gold Plus. But there are certain, I can't remember off the top of my head, but there are things in the spirulina that isn't in the Gold Plus.
Yeah.
Which is why I say I then like to mix some of the vitality in with it, because then you're, in effect, the more you add to the mix, the more, as Rick said, the closer you get to Sakiakari,
Yeah, I know what you
but
mean.
with less cost. Yeah. And one of the things he was showing me, and he has shown it quite a few times, and that is dog food.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah. They look like 6 to 8 mil pellets,
yeah. Yeah.
but they've got 70% salmon in them, which again
All right.
is fish
Yeah.
and fish meal. But that's in the dog food. And like he said, he can get a 15-kilo sack of that for about 50 quid.
Yeah. That's reality koi tax, isn't it? What do you call
So
it? Yeah.
when you start looking into it, there are so many ways that you can actually give your koi what it needs without having to spend almost fucking £400
Fortune.
on
Yeah.
a 15-kilo sack now, because it's just got out of hand. Got quite a few people joining us in. Oh, welcome in, and I'm glad
Welcome,
we've got in, considering it is Mothering Sunday. And
it certainly is.
I was due to go back down to Mars today and finish getting the Tempest sorted, but I can't find the old spare waste unit I had for the Tempest, because
Oh, then yeah.
I got it all fitted back up. I got it all plumbed up yesterday, and then fired the system up, and I had a leak coming out at the bottom of there that I just couldn't stop. And then when I went to turn the ball valve to empty it, fucking handle just came off in my hand, just shit straight off. I was like, fuck. And obviously that's got damaged when it came over, or when it come off of the brackets. Yeah. So yeah, we've got one of them are on order, so we'll get that back up and running from in the next few days, because it won't take long, because it's coming from Amazon. Yeah. So
yeah, well, I'd a pump that was leaking the other day. It was like round sealer, middle of pump. So I took it all apart. I expect to be a lot of crap in it, but I ain't servicing probably a year and a half. Anyway, there wasn't anything in it. Quite clean, actually, what it were. And I looked at the seal. I thought, steel eye, put it back together as you do, and that stopped leaking. And it always end up leaking somewhere else, doesn't it?
Oh yes.
Oh, yes. Somewhere else. And creeping out. So I thought it will stop on its own. You know what I mean?
Chris has said, I've given the Gold Plus a swerve this year and gone deep in the old pocket for Saki colour. Fucking hell, you must have really deep pockets, Chris, brother. But saying that, what are your thoughts on the Gold Plus?
Yeah.
That's what we would like to hear. And if there's anyone else out there that would like to jump on and join us.
But if you're feeding Saki colour and that, what's he feeding for? Is he showing, or are you just feeding it because he's keeping fish at home for himself and want to try and get the best out of the fish?
Huh? What the fuck is Klarna? Chris, you just fucking blowing my mind with that one. What is that? Oh my word. Oh my word. But yeah, I've also got the shower back up and running in Long Block.
Yeah, well, mine's off at the minute. Mine's off at the moment, but I will put it back on when I get a bit warmer.
But tomorrow will be the last day of recording at New Forest Koi Farm for about 2.5 weeks, because our lesser spotted one is off to Thailand. But there will be two additions coming from the farm tomorrow. One will be in the form of a video. The second will be in the form of a live. The live will be around 12 o'clock. I've already spoken about this on tonight's video as well, but there will be a video from the farm from Monday evening, and that will be of the selection and the harvesting of the twisted rocket pond.
Nice one.
Now, Rick really wanted it done on a video so that the fish could be done their true justice, and we didn't want the live to end up all pixelated so that people couldn't appreciate what was coming out. But once Susan and Lynn have got their first pick, me and Rocket Boy get to pick 4 fish each. I've also got one in there from Koi Tuber Fest to come home. Now, because of the parasites, they're going to have to go into Long Block for a little while, but that's not a problem. But once we've done our selecting and Rick has taken out the ones that he would like to go back into the pond, he will then pick the top 5 to 10 of the best in the bowl. The rest will go in the shop, but those 5 to 10 we will then auction Monday afternoon. So tomorrow.
I won't see that. I'll be banging now, won't it?
So there will be a live auction from the farm tomorrow afternoon at 12 o'clock. The auction will be the top 5 to 10 fish that are left from the Twisted Rocket Pond after myself, Rocket Boy, Susan, Lynn, and Ricky have had their picks, and there is some cracking fish in there. There is some cracking fish.
Pretend I'm working while I jump on at that.
Hey, you'll have to sneak off to the bog, won't you, and just fucking lock yourself in cubicle.
I'll tell you what I've just bought last week. A back flush off Big Blue. Just,
a what?
A back flush. How idea that is. With Big Blue having carbon in it. With carbon in it.
It looked like a kitchen tap.
Yeah, well, it is. Well, what it is, I'll tell you in a minute. It's had what it is. Your Big Blue with carbon. What it tends to do after a while, your water tracks carbon, so
yeah.
you get chlorine back in water. So spot to Andy Finch, and he says, "I'll send you a manual back flush." So I got a bit of a pick in the Big Blue up and run it on. it around and that to try and agitate the carbon. And basically all it is, big tap on top. And all you do is you turn it around like that, the back flush. 5 minutes, then fast flush. And then back to filter. Bob's your uncle, it's done. And I thought, no, I can't do all because I'm getting chlorine for a big glue. So if the big glue, then after that, zero chlorine coming through.
I don't have that problem because I don't have a big blue.
No, but my water around is shocking, so we have to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You could be right there, Busy. Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. That'll have to be a long loop break, the way Dave's timekeeping goes. you ain't wrong there. But we got the two
so it's
girls.
a lot stranger, a lot better on the old back, and then lifting the big blow around and chucking it around all being floor, so and plus it. So the back flushing back on again. I don't get chlorine.
Is your water really that bad?
Yeah, I get really high chlorine coming out of the tap, and I think copper and zinc in my tap water is really high. The copper in my tap water is border line, really dangerous for fish. That's how bad it is. You know what I mean? It's just shocking water around there.
What's your pH like coming out of the tap?
Around about 7.5, 8.
We say mine comes out of the tap at about 7.2, and main pond is always ever sat at about 7.5.
Yeah. Well, I have to buffer it up regularly because the cage just drops. So I keep it.
I don't water test for KH.
No, yeah.
No.
No, well.
I think I do a water test sort of like once every blue moon when I think, oh, is there something wrong there? And then 9 times out of 10, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the water readings.
Yeah, well, I have to test regularly because if I feed heavily in summer, then I have to put bicarbonate and soda like a Pyrex jug, like about half a Pyrex jug, what the small ones are, bicarbonate soda in every day to keep on top because my cage goes down to chucking 1 or zilch nearly. And like winter, yeah, but in winter I don't have to bicarb because it seems to done.
Yeah, but your main pond's heated, isn't it? Mine isn't.
Say again.
My main pond isn't heated though.
Yeah, well, that's right. Mine's eating a minute at 13, but it's something 25. Obviously, when you're feeding heavily and heated, your cage will just go like nothing. That's why I have to buffer up regular. You know what I mean? If you want growth on your fish, you want colour and growth and all that crap with heating, you got to keep on top of stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
2 seconds. I'm just going to put some hydrogen peroxide in my pond. I'll be back in a second.
No worries. So while we've got this minute, guys, has anybody got any plans on work on their pond this year? Any bits and bobs or any alterations? On mine, I'm going to be building a filter house right back pond right back at this summer house to house all my filters in because it's all open and my drums kind of covered up, but I want to get it all housing in a shed. So I'm a bit apprehensive about taking it offline my filters to put a concrete base down, but I can basically get away with I can turn my bio filter off and have my shower in, so I can direct me water feed to my shower and have the shower running, and then have the bio filter turned off, so I can move my heater and that out of the way. Now my pond go down to natural temperatures, and then just cut back on, stop feeding for a week or two before I start to do all that, and just all being well, so I can get it concrete and get it all put back into place, and then I can get a shed built over. family coil. My cage is at what 18 pH 7.9 from tap. Okay. Yeah,
That's a pretty high pH coming out of the tap. But as for KH, I wouldn't have a clue because I've never tested for it. It's not something I know much
no.
about. Marcus is in. How are we doing, Marcus? As you sorted out your leaks you had on your plant bed, and how's Cody doing? Not seen many videos just lately. Time to get the camera back in.
Right,
Well,
back in a minute, Twist.
go on then. So yeah, tomorrow is. I'm really excited. I just hope that Dave doesn't push into one side. Oh, I tell you what, though, it is gonna be strange not having a New Forest for a couple of weeks. That's for sure. But it gives me plenty of time to crack on here because the I've got to do the toe side tank tear down, and that I'm really looking forward to. I just the way that the Frankenstein pond now. I would be on, mate, but cooking a roast. What's the matter? Can't you multitask? How we doing, Richard? I really, really like the Frankenstein pond, and I really, really can't wait to get the toe side tank matched in with it because just I sit here sometimes and look at the back garden and think this ain't my back garden. I just I just hope it shows that you can do things on a budget if you
Yeah, of course you
really,
can.
really want. And Chris says he can't multitask to save his life.
Are you planning on? Are you planning on showing this year again, Vince?
I do.
What, a national or the big?
The national, yeah.
Yeah.
I won't do any of the other ones. For as you have a couple of weeks on your hands, you can always pop. Paul, have you got my number? If so, give me a call later because I can't find your number. Or I probably can, but I've got so many numbers on my phone, it's unreal. Yeah, can you give me a call? Because yes, we will be down on the 16th, and yes, I do need to have a chat with Gary, and yes, I want to make a big fuss about it for him. More
Right, Vince, I'm going to shoot off. I'm going to go and pick my daughter up. She's been camping with you club. So
God bless her.
so when I get back, if you're still here, I'll jump back on. So
Well,
I'm going to chat.
to be honest, I think I might have an early one this week because I'm doing bits and pieces here, waiting for Ma to finish on her luncheon, and then I'm going to go and spend a bit of time with her, I think. And George is on his mate. Aaron, no worries. George. I hope that's your filter roof, not your house roof.
No, it's my it's my chuffing shed.
And Carl, I will message you later.
Yeah, so I'll give you a quick one. Something else I've been making as well.
Sorry, Chris from Brand Family Co Adventures had to take a swim last night again after my bottom drain lids popped off. Yeah, that looks good, mate.
Yeah, so that one you can't kill that one.
On the 5th, I thought you said it was the 15th. But yes, the Koi Hut is reopening beginning of April. Really excited to get down there and see Gary again and have a look round at the changes and stuff and everything he's made. So yeah, I think because it's Mother's Day, I am going to knock it on the head here. I do apologise to everyone, but
Right.
there will be a video out this evening. Thank everyone for joining along this afternoon. Don't forget, smash the like button. Get over to Lee's channel, Lebo Koi Pond. I've been Twisted Koi. You out there, you know you're great. We'll see you tonight on tonight's video.
See you in another video, mate. Cheers for
Thanks,
that.
guys. And
Stop,
happy
man.
Mother's
Bye.
Day to everyone.